Here is your Radio Theater Channel weekly podcast for download. The RTC still has the very best old-time radio on the live streaming. And if it's music you love, tune in to the RTC Music Channel, where this link and many others are on our website at oldtimeradiolisten.com. Now, here's Jim.
Today we're going back, not as far as we normally do in old-time radio, to 1977. That's right, 1977. There was a renaissance of old-time radio drama at that point. Well, we have an example of it here for you. It's the General Mills Radio Theater, and the show is called Kidnapped.
The General Mills Radio Adventure Theater. Welcome to a wonderful world of your own making. I'm Tom Bosley. Come with me to the world of radio drama, a theater whose stage has no limits but your imagination, where adventure is yours for the listening, where you can be anything you dream, armored knight or lovely princess, magician or monster, hero or even villain. Sail seas, scale mountains, explore galaxies, all in your own minds. Do anything, anywhere, anywhen, on the wonderful stage of your own imagination.
Let me in! Open the door! Open it! Who's that? Go away! It's your nephew, David Balfour. Open up!
My nephew! You can't see! My nephew is dead!
Open up and see for yourself!
You're a ghost! Go away!
No, Uncle. I'm no ghost.
Davy! I thought you were dead!
You hoped I was dead, Uncle. You planned for me to die.
Our adventure today is Robert Louis Stevenson's Kidnapped, adapted especially for General Mills Adventure Theater by Paul Tripp and stars Christopher Tabori. We'll be back shortly with Act One.
Keep on the go, everyone.
With tasty, toasty Cheerios. The score is tied. Both teams have tried to play baseball like the pros do. Now's your turn at bat. Here's where it's at. Keep on the go, pull through.
You're up, Jeff, and we sure do need a hit. Here's your bat.
Thanks. I'm ready to go. Okay, pitcher, throw one across the plate. I dare you.
Strike one!
That pitcher's rough. The playing's tough. But you do the best you can do.
Strike two!
You keep giving it all you've got. Keeping on the go. That's you.
Hit! Go, Jeff, run!
Keep on the go, everyone. Keep on the go.
Go, go!
Cheerio. Keep on the go, everyone, with Cheerios.
Toast, juice, milk, and tasty, toasty Cheerios helps give you the energy it takes to keep on the go.
Heading for home! Go, Jeff!
With Cheerios. Cheerio. On the go, everyone.
Robert Louis Stevenson, who wrote Kidnapped and so many other great stories, was a sick man all of his life. With his perpetual poor health, he could never have actively participated in the adventures he so vividly created. But though his footsteps were slow, his imagination soared higher than the sky and flew faster than an eagle. Only an imagination as powerful as his could have carried David Balfour to the lowlands and highlands of romantic Scotland.
My father died. I was all alone in the world and as poor as a church mouse. The only inheritance my father had left me was a mysterious piece of paper.
There you are, Davy. I looked for you in the house, but you weren't there.
It's not mine anymore, Mr. Campbell. It's been sold for my father's debts. All I have left is this rock to sit on.
Aye, it's a sad, sad world. Will you stay here or go elsewhere to seek your fortune?
Elsewhere, I guess. But exactly where, I haven't the faintest notion.
Well, then perhaps this letter will send you off in the proper direction. When your father was dying, he gave me this, saying, Tell Davy to deliver this to the address I have written on the envelope. Tell him he will find his good fortune there. Take it, lad.
It says here, this letter is to be delivered to Mr. Ebenezer Balfour of the House of Shaws, outside the town of Queensferry. Do you know who this man is, Mr. Campbell? We have the same name, but I've never heard of him.
Nor have I, lad. But from speaking to your father, I learned that the Balfour family was a respectable one and very rich.
Of which my father had none.
Now, don't be bitter, David. It ill becomes you. Perhaps this Ebenezer Balfour is the rich one in the family. That's why your father wanted you to deliver this letter. He told me he was certain you would be well received.
And so I went. It was a 3-day journey on foot. Shoe leather was all I could afford. So I walked. On the 3rd day, when I could see the church steeples of Queensferry in the distance, I began to inquire as to the whereabouts of the mysterious Ebenezer Balfour. Everywhere I inquired, the name of Ebenezer Balfour brought an unfriendly response. It was growing dark when I finally came to a rusty, weather-beaten sign dangling from one nail. The sign read, House of Shaws, no trespassing. A bolt of lightning lighted up the sky, and now I saw the house where I had hoped to find a friendly welcome. It was the dreariest place I had ever seen. It stood like a threatening claw against the sky. Oh, a ruin of a house. No answer. I was of a mind to give it up as a bad job. Then I got angry. I hadn't come this far for nothing.
You down there! Who comes to disturb the sleep of an honest man? What do you want?
I'm here with a letter for Mr. Ebenezer Balfour of Shaws.
Well, slip it under the door and be off with you.
I'll do no such thing. Nobody treats David Balfour like that.
Is your name David Balfour?
Aye, that's what they call me.
Is your father dead then?
How know you that?
He must be dead to be sure. And that's what brings you here. Well then, wait there and I'll let you in. Now give me Alexander's letter.
You know my father's name?
It would be strange if I didn't, for wasn't he my own brother?
You're my uncle.
Aye, your loving Uncle Ebenezer. Welcome to the House of Shaws, nephew. Now give me that letter. My brother always had a good hand. Do you know what he's written, boy? Is that what's brought you here?
I only came to deliver the letter. That's all I know.
But you have high hopes I'll take you in and share my fortune with you, boy.
I confess I did hope you might help me out. But I'm no beggar. I'm willing to work for my keep.
Oh, I'll do right by you, Davy. Have no fear. And to prove it to you, as a sign of good faith, I'll give you the gold coins I promised at your birth, and I'll do it now.
That's very kind of you, sir.
And to show how much I trust you now, you'll fetch me my money chest your own self.
Oh, now, Uncle, there's really no hurry.
There is. The money was coming to you when you were born. It's high time you got what was coming to you. Here now, go through this door. Then you'll climb to the top of those steps. And under the roof at the top, you'll find the money chest.
It's very dark up there. May I have a candle to show me the way?
Oh, tut, lad. You young eyes that can see in the dark. Besides, candles are very expensive. We'll not waste our money, will we, Davy? Well, what are you waiting for? Your good fortune waits for you at the top of the stairs.
It was so dark on that circular stone stairway, I could scarce see my hand before me. I huddled against the wall and groped my way upward, like a blind man. I thought the steps would never end. Then a blast of wind told me I was reaching the top. I was about to climb another step when a flash of lightning lit up the sky, and I saw I was standing on the last step. Beyond, there was nothing but emptiness. Another step, and I would have gone crashing down to the cruel stones waiting below. My uncle! uncle had tricked me. He had sent me to my death.
Davy!
Yes, uncle. I'm alive. No thanks to you. You sought to cheat me out of my inheritance by killing me.
Oh, you've misjudged me. I'm a lonely old man. Oh, cruel boy, to think such evil thoughts. I had it in mind to leave you all my wealth when I died.
And while you lived, what then?
What then? Why, to share with you, of course. What's mine is yours. Can you not believe that?
No, uncle, I cannot. I would rather believe the devil himself.
Would you believe Mr. Rankin, then?
Rankin? Who's he?
Lawyer Rankin, a man who knew your father and loved him.
If there's any truth left in you, then, yes, I would believe him. Where shall we find him?
He practices the law in Queensferry. We'll go to him first thing in the morning. You'll hear the truth from his very own mouth.
Is this the way to Mr. Rankin's office, Uncle? I thought this place was in the center of town.
And so it is, lad.
But then why are we heading towards the docks? What about seeing Lawyer Rankin as you promised last night?
Oh, he can wait a little while. What's a few more moments in a young lad's life? Do you see that brig out there in the harbour? It's called the Covenant. I've half a share in it. It's about to weigh anchor. I would speak to my partner, Captain Hoseason, before he sails. Oh, there he is. Oh, there, Captain. A word with you. Wait here, lad. I'll be but a moment.
Good morning, Mr. Balfour. What brings you here?
I've a new bit of business to transact with you, Captain.
Well, be quick. I'll sail within 2 hours.
It'll be to your advantage. Do you see that lad standing over there? He's my nephew David.
Fine-looking lad. What about him?
I want you to take him along with you and never to bring him back.
Never bring him back?
Aye. He's never to see Scotland again.
What do you want done with him?
At your first port of call in the American colonies, sell him as a servant. You can keep the price of his purchase for yourself. But the trick will be to get him aboard the ship.
Trust me.
Good. Oh, Davy, lad. Come and meet the captain.
Good day to you, Captain. You have a fine ship out there.
That I have. How'd you like to come aboard before we sail and see what a fine vessel it is?
No, thank you, sir. My uncle and I have some business with a lawyer.
Oh, lad. Mr. Rankin can wait a little while longer. The day is young yet.
Oh, well...
Come along, young Balfour, and have a look-see. That ship will be yours someday, from what your uncle tells me.
Well, all right. But, Uncle, you'll come along with me where I can keep my eyes on you.
Of course, laddie. Oh, you still don't trust me?
No, Uncle. I'm sorry, but I don't.
Well, what do you think of her, boy?
Oh, she's a fine ship, Captain. But hadn't we better go up on deck now? I've taken enough of your time. What's that?
We'll weigh an anchor. We're sailing, boy.
Where's my uncle?
Out there, being rowed back to the docks.
What does this mean, Captain? Are you kidnapping me?
No, young man. Say rather, I'm taking you on a voyage.
No. Help! Help!
Out, blast!
I'm being kidnapped!
What drives men like Captain Hoseason and Ebenezer Balfour to do the things they do? Is it greed? Probably. But how do they get away with it? They're wily men who talk so much about their honesty that pretty soon their victims begin to believe them. Just like David Balfour, who lies unconscious. We'll rejoin David shortly with Act 2.
tricks. How will I get some this time?
We're in Africa, where Andy and Sandy are taking pictures of the animals, and hiding in a nearby tree, it's the Trix rabbit.
Those kids have stopped for breakfast. I'll hide my ears, put on these leopard skin shorts, and disguise myself as Jungle Man. That'll get me some tricks.
Picking the perfect vine, the rabbit swings toward the Trix. Across a wide river.
What's that? Well, it's not a hippo taking a bubble bath.
It's the soggy Jungle Man.
Me, Jungle Man.
You all wet.
Me hungry.
Want some roots and berries?
Me go eat for juice, toast, milk, and tricks.
Have some.
Tricks in raspberry red, lemon yellow, orange. Whoops, my ears.
Look, rabbit ears.
You're not Jungle Man. You're the rabbit.
Silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids.
They sure made a monkey out of me.
Denny's is a happy place to eat. And one reason is we've always got exciting new foods for you, like our New York Super Steak, hot buttered crumb cakes, and brand new late night features. But at Denny's, some things never change. We're always open. There's always a smile and a welcome to Denny's. And always old favorites like Denny's famous breakfasts, hearty hamburgers, a dozen delicious dinners, great soups and salads, unique sandwiches, and luscious desserts. And of course, ice-cold Coca-Cola. Good food, good times, around the clock.
We got happy places, smiling faces. Welcome to Denny's. We're looking good and cooking good. Welcome to Denny's.
The beautiful new Denny's 24-hour restaurant is now open in Boulder at 2905 Baseline Road. Come on by.
We're looking good.
The General Mills Radio Adventure Theater will return shortly.
Lucky Charms.
They're magically delicious. Do you know how I, Lucky the Leprechaun, got water for the desert? I was there with me camel.
That's me, yeah.
And I said to him, let's have our juice, toast, milk, and Lucky Charms. Ah, Lucky Charms, the frosted oat cereal with marshmallow surprises, shaped like pink hearts, yellow moons, orange stars, green clovers, and blue diamonds.
Lucky Charms, yeah.
Oh, the kids, after me Lucky Charms. We'd better run.
Touch Lucky! That is Lucky Charms!
They're catching up. I use magic to make a river and swim away. I forgot. We can't swim.
Jump in and get him! Stop!
Well, they got me Lucky Charms. The desert got a river, and I got you. Got a cold.
Lucky Charms!
They're magically delicious.
Yeah.
Millions of people have come to America in the past 200 years, but none have gone as unwillingly as David Balfour. David is a prisoner on a ship that would someday be his, if his Uncle Ebenezer is to be believed, which I doubt. Well, live and learn. I imagine that when young David wakes up, he'll be an older and wiser boy. At least I hope so.
I lay unconscious for 2 days. On the second day, a kick in the ribs awakened me. Oh, my head.
I warned you. I told you to keep your mouth shut.
Captain, O'Season, where am I?
Aboard the good ship Covenant. Where else? We're turning now for the open sea. Come along on deck, and you can bid a last fond farewell to Scotland.
Through the fog rolling in, I saw the dim outline of the coast of Scotland fast fading away. I felt tears sting my eyes.
Cry if you want to, boy, but it's the last you'll ever see of Scotland. What was that, Mr. Shaw? What's happening?
He's collided with something in the fog!
Look, Captain, a rowboat cut in two.
Throw that man down there alive! Somebody move, hurry!
The captain of this ship blind? Has he no eyes?
In the fog, sir, no one has eyes. My apologies.
Well, accepted. And now, in return, you will oblige me by sailing me to the place I was bound for. You've made me miss the ship that would have taken me there.
And where might that be?
The coast of France.
Did you hear that, men? Our friend wants us to take him to France.
No one laughs at Alan Breck, and you'll find there's a sharp sting at the tip of this sword.
Cool off, man. You expect me to turn the ship around for one little bedraggled rooster? Hey, watch it. You almost nicked me.
And the next time I'll draw blood. Is it France, or is it not?
We can't, man. We're bound for America.
Correction, you're bound for France.
You're out of your mind.
Oh, aye, that I am. But I'm also in the money. Will you feel the heft of this money belt, Captain? That's the sound of gold you're hearing. Take me to France and half the gold is yours.
Well, why didn't you say so in the first place? I'll take my payment now.
Ah, not so fast. Payment on arrival.
Don't you trust me?
In a word, no.
Neither do I. Now you'll want to dry your clothes. You can use that cabin yonder. I'll change our course to France.
Much obliged, Captain.
Bosun, come here. A word with you.
Yes, Captain?
Did you see that fat money belt?
That I did. Half of it is yours if you land that fool in France.
And if I get rid of him altogether?
Then all of it is yours.
Gather up 5 of the crew, and within an hour at 6 bells sharp, we'll pay a visit to our friend, Mr. Breck.
But, Captain, you sent him to the cabin where we keep our weapons. If he catches on to us, we're in a pickle. He could hold us at bay for days.
Well, then we'll just have to get him out of the cabin.
All this time, I stood there unnoticed in the fog, listening to the murderous scoundrels. My blood ran cold. Alan Breck must be warned. Not only because I wanted to save the man's life. I hardly knew him. But I also had a debt I wanted to pay back to Captain Hoseason for kidnapping me. Mr. Breck.
And don't you knock when you visit a gentleman?
I've come to warn you. The captain's planning to murder you.
Do you call that news, laddie?
You knew?
I can read faces. The moment I stepped on board, I could spell out the word villainy written on the captain's face. Well, what's your name?
David Balfour.
Balfour? Sounds like a name from the lowlands, and I can't stand people from the lowlands. I come from the highlands myself. So I'll call you plain David. And you may call me Alan.
I don't care what you call me. They're coming to kill you. Doesn't that worry you?
Not a whit. Not if you stand by me. Will you stand by me, David?
I will. Now, for heaven's sake, will you tell me what your plan is? They'll be here in an hour.
My plan? Simple. To fight, of course. Are you armed, David?
No, but there are plenty of weapons in that cupboard over there.
Well, then let's break it open. How kind of the captain to supply us with arms. Can you use a sword, David?
No, I never learned. But I know how to shoot a gun.
What's to worry about, then? We're an army now. All right, General David. Let's load the guns.
Alan, mind if I ask you a personal question?
Oh, no secrets between friends. Ask.
Why do you wish to go to France? You're a Scotsman. Why not stay in your own country?
Oh, and find myself with a noose around my neck? No, thank you. There's a price on my head.
But why? You don't look like a murderer or a thief to me.
Why, David, you're beginning to like me. No, my young friend. I am worse than a murderer or a thief. I'm a rebel. And that's why I'd go to France, to rejoin my leader, Bonnie Prince Charlie, and make him King of Scotland.
That traitor!
Watch it, David. Say another word about that blessed man and I'll slit your gizzard and fight the ship's crew by myself.
But he rebelled against King George, the rightful ruler of England.
Yes, David, King of England, but not King of Scotland. Ah, David, if only you knew how your cruel king's men act in Scotland, oppressing and stealing from our poor innocent people. And there's that traitor Scotsman, Colin Roy, the one they call the Red Fox. The horrible things he does in your dear King George's name. Oh, if ever you meet him, David, don't stop to say good morning to him. Aim between his eyes and shoot him dead.
Alan, the time's come.
Mr. Breck, I was thinking you might be famished. Will you dine with me in my cabin?
Well, what a noble thought, Captain. I'll be out in a moment.
No, you're not going out there. There are too many of them.
Aye, but there's more swinging room for my sword. Stand behind me with your guns in hand. Don't shoot until I tell you. And mind your aim, David. I've no taste for a bullet in my back. Well, here I am, Captain dear, as the fly said to the spider. The devil you will! How doth the little busy bee improve each shining hour by stinging with his sharp little sword? Now, David, shoot!
Captain, he's hit the helmsman!
David, I thought you were a good shot.
I hit something, didn't I?
Captain, we've hit the reef!
The ship sinker! Make all aboard!
Well, David, it was a good shot after all. When you hit the helmsman, you sank the ship. Good lad!
Congratulate me later. Right now, we better save ourselves. When we landed in the water, I lost sight of Alan Breck. Had he drowned? Well, there was no time to think about that. I headed for land. Finally, I made shore. A desolate place. Not a living soul to be seen, except for a flock of gulls. Alan! Alan! Where are you, Alan? I sat down and wanted to cry. Alan was dead. The first friend I ever made was dead.
Ahoy there! You there, ahoy!
A human voice that seemed to come from the sea. I ran toward the voice. A man was rowing a boat toward me.
Ahoy there! What's your name?
David Balfour!
David Balfour, did you say? Then you're the one I'm looking for. Where have you been hiding, lad? I've searched for you the whole day long.
But how did you know I was missing? And how did you know my name?
A little bird told me.
What? Oh, will you stop speaking in riddles?
A little bird with a tall, proud feather in his hat.
What? Oh, wait a minute. Do you mean Alan Breck? He's alive. He didn't drown.
Oh, I'm not mentioning any names. Now, will you hop into the boat so as I can take you to the man who told me to find you?
I'm much obliged to you, mister. You saved my life. How you find me? I'll always wonder.
Well, you can stop your wondering now, lad. Haven't I the sharpest eyes in the Highlands? Now, why don't you take a little snooze? You must be that tired. I'll wake you when we get to Torresay.
Torresay? What's that? Where is it?
It's a town where the sea shakes hands with the Highlands. Now, will you sleep and stop your jabbering?
I will. I am tired. Alan's alive, isn't he? Alive.
Wake up, lad. Wake up.
What? Oh. Are we there? Torresay.
Aye, Torresay. Now give me your hand, and you'll set your first step in the Highlands, the glory of Scotland.
I thank you, mister. Now, where is he? Where is Alan?
Shut your mouth, lad.
Oh, what's all the mystery? All I asked was...
Get it through your head. There's no Alan Breck.
Well, I know there's a price on his head,
Oh, you know that, do you? Then he's probably told you about the cursed man they call Red Fox.
Yes, but what about this man, the Red Fox?
He's here. He's come to Torresay. If he hears that our friend is not in France, then he'll hunt him down and hang him. Oh, indeed. Now listen and do as I tell you. You'll walk to the end of the high street. Then you'll turn left into the main road and walk a mile. When you come to a signpost that says 1 mile to Torresay, turn right and walk 30 paces. Whistle 3 times, then once, like this. And then maybe, mind you, you'll find your friend. The little bird with the tail feather in his cap. Now go along with you. Mind your step. And above all, mind your tongue. There's a life at stake.
Well, I minded my step, but alas, I didn't mind my tongue. I had just reached the signpost when a group of horsemen almost ran me down.
You idiot! Mind where you're going! You almost ran me down!
Oh, there! Who calls me an idiot?
I do, and proud. Oh, you're the Red Fox.
I am that. But who told you? We've never met.
Alan
Did you say Alan Breck?
No. I said nothing.
You said Alan Breck. Is that rebel back in Scotland?
No, he's in France.
That devil he is. He's in Torresay. And you're his accomplice. Well, now we'll have a double hanging party. Seize him, man. Hey! I've been shot. Don't let that boy escape. That devil Alan Breck has killed me.
I ran as if the devil were after me. It sounded like the whole British army was trying to fill me with bullet holes.
David, it's Alan. They're after me and you as well.
Well, what shall I do?
Do? What kind of a question is that, boy? We run for our lives, that's what we do.
Through a lifetime, we meet all kinds of people. The good, the cruel, the generous, the greedy. But I doubt if any of us have met such a variety of strange characters in as short a time as David Balfour. A conniving uncle, a murderous sea captain, a short-tempered adventurer, and now the whole British Army. David seems to have a talent for trouble. We'll rejoin him shortly.
Welcome to the Monster Motel.
It's lovely here.
Look, a cozy torture chamber to relax in.
King-size coffins to sleep in.
At midnight, toast, juice, milk, and my delicious chocolate cereal, Count Chocula.
At midnight, my delicious strawberry-flavored Frankenberry. And a rock with a message flying through the window.
What does it say?
It says, beware the coffin.
But I've got to sleep in my coffin to dream of my Count Chocula's chocolate marshmallows.
And I've got to cuddle up in my coffin to dream about my Frankenberry's strawberry-flavored marshmallows.
Beware the coffin. Phui.
Yes, Biffle. Nighty-night. Sleep tight.
If the bedbugs bite, bite them back.
Was that you?
No, was that you?
No, that was me. I warned you I was coughing.
A coffin?
Tune in again for more scary silliness with
Count Chocula
and Frankenberry.
Gonna keep on living. We're never ever gonna give in. We'll work until all our kids have the breath of life again. We'll climb the mountains, touch the clouds, and the Colorado sun will shine. And we'll share in the joy that comes from having a little more time.
This is Gus Merkus, host of the KOA Morning Report. We here at KOA Radio 85 know that the news doesn't stop after the morning report at 10 a.m. The news goes on 24 hours a day, and KOA Radio is there on the scene 24 hours a day. In addition to the morning, midday, evening, and night reports, CBS Radio News and our own KOA Radio News Center covers the world every hour of every day. Plus great CBS News features all day long on the only radio station you'll ever need, KOA Radio 85.
The General Mills Radio Adventure Theater will return shortly.
We can all imagine how frightening it must be to be locked behind prison walls. But sometimes the doors slamming behind a man when he leaves prison can be more frightening than when they shut him in. For an ex-offender, the outside world can be a terrifying, intimidating place, especially if all his friends are still locked behind the prison gates. If you want to be a friend on the outside, you can help. People Who Care, an organization of volunteers working to help ex-offenders become self-sufficient members of the community. Be a friend on the outside, and make sure the doors don't slam in his face. Call People Who Care, 832-2787. 832-2787. Or get your church group involved. people who care.
This is Cocoa Puffs Radio News.
Today we're on the waterfront for the launching of the nuclear submarine Fish Face. It's a beautiful day. The sky is clear as a bell. With us is the world-famous Sonny the Cuckoo Bird. Sonny always goes cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Tell us, Sonny, why are you here?
I'm here to keep from going cuckoo for juice, toast, milk, and munchy. Crunchy. Chocolatey now. Don't say it.
Cocoa Puffs. Why don't you want to go cuckoo?
Because when I go cuckoo, oh boy, watch out the end. Suckle.
So how will you keep from going cuckoo?
Well, climb aboard the submarine.
And?
I'll batten down the hatch.
And?
I'll take her down to the bottom.
And?
And I'll lock myself in the torpedo room.
Aha! That'll keep Sonny from going cuckoo for munchy, crunchy, chocolatey Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs! Yahoo! I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs! Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs! Sometimes my plans are all wet.
A wise man once said, I disapprove of what you say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it. Well, evidently, both David Balfour and Alan Breck agree completely with this sentiment. How else can we explain their strange friendship? A loyal subject of King George teamed up with a soldier of Bonnie Prince Charlie? How else do you figure it out? Well, don't ask David. He's too busy running for his life.
All right, David. We can take a breather now. We've lost the King's men. For a while, anyway.
What happened to Captain Hoseason and his crew?
Oh, they took to the boats and left me hanging onto an oar.
Well, good riddance to them, one way or the other. Now, are we going to sit here all day and gab while we wait for the soldiers to catch up with us?
No, we'll not stay here like sitting ducks. But 100 yards from here, beyond those trees, there's a house where a friend lives. I'll pay him a little visit, get the news, and ask his advice.
Well, can't I come with you?
Nay, nay, lad. My friend's a fierce enemy of your king. He would think you a spy.
Well, now, that's what I call a pretty kettle of fish. The King's soldiers are against me. Your friends are against me. Is there anyone for me?
I am, David, me bonny lad, and that's the best side of the world to be on. Now, I'll not be long.
I waited and waited. It felt like forever. I wished I was back at my father's house. Alan, is that you?
He's one of them. Put your hand up or I'll put a bullet through you.
No, don't shoot. I'm a loyal subject of His Majesty King George.
You're a lying puppy. I know your face. You're the boy that stopped us on the road when Red Fox was killed. You were the decoy. Now, where's the other one?
What other one?
The killer. The man known as Alan Breck.
Well, he didn't kick. I mean, who's Alan Breck? I never heard that name before.
You didn't, hey? You're a liar, boy. Private, keep your musket trained on him, and I'll stand behind this tree and wait for the other to come along. And when he comes, I'll give him a couple of feet of cold steel. That must be the other one now.
Run, Alan! Run!
Why, you I'll kill you for that!
You'll have to hit me first! Run, Alan! Run!
Alan Breck, you're under arrest!
Oh, am I now? Have you said your bedtime prayers recently, Sergeant? For you're about to take a long sleep.
We'd best be on the run. The other soldiers will be on our necks any moment now. But where do we run?
Well, I was told there's a deep river not too far from here. It separates the highlands from the lowlands. There'll be a ferry waiting for us. Once we cross, we'll be safe. Come on, let's go, laddie. David, do you see the reflection yonder? Behind those trees? That's the river, and we're almost there. They've spotted us. Do you see the ferry, lad?
Not a sign. We can't wait, Alan. We'll have to swim for it.
Well, you swim for it, Davy. I'll stay here and make a stand.
You're gone daft, Alan. They'll kill you.
I know, but one way or the other, I'm a dead man. For the truth is, Davy, I swim like a stone.
I'm a strong swimmer. I'll help you.
Nay, lad, I'll stay here. You go.
Are you afraid of the water, then? Fine Highlander you are.
Nobody calls Alan Breck a coward.
Oh,
Land under my feet. At last. Land.
We're safe now. That's all that counts. We're near Queensferry. We'll go there. We'll find you a ship and the money to sail on her.
Isn't that where your Uncle Ebenezer lives?
It is.
And are you expecting that he'll give the money? He who had you kidnapped to steal your inheritance?
No, I'll not go to my loving uncle. I'll go to Lawyer Rankin. He was a friend of my father's. I was told.
What can I do for you, young man?
I wish to speak to Mr. Rankin.
I am Mr. Rankin. And what might your name be?
David Balfour, sir.
David Balfour, do you say? Well, come in, come in. We have much to speak of. Now, what might your business be?
I have reason to believe that I may have rights to the estate of Shaw's, which is now in possession of Ebenezer Balfour.
Right to the point, eh? Your uncle told me he had given you a great sum of money and sent you off to Germany to get a fine education.
He's a liar.
No, we'll call no names. From what Ebenezer Balfour told me, your ship had been wrecked.
Yes, that's true.
And you had been drowned on June 27th. It is now August 24th. An empty space of 2 months unaccounted for. Fill in that empty hole and you'll convince me.
I'll do better than that. I'll produce a witness.
Ah, that's better. When can I speak to him?
Now, sir.
My name is Alan Breck.
You're placing yourself in great danger, mister. You are aware of that.
I am. But David is my friend, and I'll risk as much for him as he's risked for me these past 2 months.
Tell me your story, and let me judge the truth of the matter. A wilder tale I've never heard, but it rings true. David Balfour, I'm convinced you are who you say you are. The estate of Shaw's rightfully belongs to you. Your father and uncle were both in love with the same young woman when they were young. Your mother, David. And when she married your father, your Uncle Ebenezer was heartbroken. To ease the pain, your father, who was the elder, signed over his entire fortune to Ebenezer.
Then the fortune does belong to him, after all.
And to you as well. Your father provided that upon his death, half of the fortune would go to you. Though I'm sure your uncle would argue otherwise.
Supposing I wangled it out of him unbeknownst to him.
He'd need a witness. And you would not dare show your face on the stand.
But would you consider yourself a good witness, Mr. Rankin?
Well, that I would, if you'll forgive my modesty.
Then it's as good as done. We three will now pay a visit to our dear old Uncle Ebenezer. Now hide behind this tree, you two, and not a sound out of you. And now, David, I'll have a cozy little chat with your loving uncle. Open up there. I've news for you.
Who's that breaking my door down this time of night?
Open the door and see for yourself.
Who are you, man? I don't know you. And mind the blunderbuss I'm aiming at you.
Aye, I'm minding.
What you want?
A bit of information. Do you know a lad named David?
What David? I know no David.
Shall I give you the rest of the name, then?
No. State your business and be off with you.
I'm here on a matter of ransom money.
Ransom money? For whom?
Why, for your dear nephew David, of course.
He's been kidnapped. I'd heard he was drowned.
Nay, he's alive and well. Tell me, good sir, do you know a man called Captain Hoseason?
Never heard of him.
Never heard of your own partner who once owned a ship with you?
You know that, do you? Well, what of it?
He told me many things about you. Things that would interest a judge and send you to jail.
Lies, oh, lies. Oh, come now, man. Why should we argue? Tell me what price he'll take as ransom.
Now you're talking sense. I'll take the same price you paid Captain Hoseason for kidnapping David.
It's a lie. I never had David kidnapped. I swear it. Did the captain tell you that?
Oh, aye, he did. And he also told me you gave him 10 gold pieces for the deed.
He lies. I gave him 20. Oh, what have I said?
Enough to send you to prison for life, Ebenezer Balfour.
Good morning, Uncle.
David! You're alive! It was a trap!
And well sprung, if I do say so myself. Well, David, it's off to France I'm leaving, thanks to you.
I see you bought yourself a new feather for your hat. It's almost as long as your sword.
And it's a grand new suit of clothes you're wearing yourself. You look like a fine peacock, Mr. David Balfour. Well, Davy, till we meet again. Bless you, lad. And the next time you're born, do it in the Highlands. For in my heart, you'll always be the grandest Highlander of them all.
Throughout history, there have been famous examples of great friendships. But the things that happen between man and boy can be especially wonderful. Even though Alan and David were apart in ages, they admired each other and were true to each other, each holding fast to his own belief, each respecting the other's belief. That's the stuff that genuine friendships are made of. I'll be back shortly.
With tasty, toasty Cheerios. It's track meet time. At the starting line, the whole team's counting on you. 100-meter run, then the race is done. Keep on the go, pull through.
Listen, Jill, we need this race to win the meet. It's all up to you. Yeah, I know, but I'm ready to go. Okay, here we go. Just remember.
On your marks.
Shoulders down at the start.
Get set.
Then let her fly.
Go!
Go, go!
Sure, you're straining, but look, you're gaining. You're doing the best you can do. You're running hard and you're running fast. Keeping on the go. That's you.
Keep on the go, everyone. Keep on the go.
Go, go!
Cheerio. Keep on the go, everyone with Cheerio.
Toast, juice, milk, and tasty, toasty Cheerios helps give you the energy it takes to keep on the go.
Here's the finish. Run, Jill, go!
Keep on the go, everyone with Cheerio. Cheerio. Keep on the go, everyone.
If I were to make the statement that retailing here in America is not like it used to be, I think you'd have to agree. Consumer demands have made retailing a round-the-clock business in many instances, but that's the way free enterprise works. It works to serve the whims of the consumer. Retailing is no easy business. It's long hours, heavy investment in inventories, seasonal merchandise risks, and continued evaluation of the tastes and lifestyles of our people. Retailing comes to us in small stores and large stores, providing millions of jobs and bringing us millions of products to choose from. Our retailers are strong believers in our free enterprise system, serving as the final leg in the delivery of goods to the consumer and paying a major share of the taxes that keep our democratic form of government alive. We're the Denver Chamber of Commerce, and we thank the many hard-working retailers of our community for their service to free enterprise as we move on to an even better community and a better America.
And we're moving on to a better America.
It's an old bromide that history repeats itself. 200 years ago, Scotland fought to win its independence from England and failed. Today, according to the news, Scotland is again demanding some measure of independence from England. Nothing seems to change except the costumes. History does keep repeating itself, but it never gets boring, does it?
They're magically delicious. Hi, I'm Lucky the Leprechaun, speaking to you from the top of a mountain called Big Thud. Now, why is it called Big Thud? Well, I'll tell you. I was hiding from the kids one morning to enjoy me juice, toast, milk, and Lucky Charms. Ah, Lord, with me Lucky Charms, the frosted oat cereal with marshmallow surprises, shaped like pink hearts, yellow moons, orange stars, green clovers, and blue diamonds. Oh, the kids always after me Lucky Charms.
That's Lucky! Lucky Charms!
I use me magic and make a dodo bird to fly away on. Up, away. Come on, fly, you dodo. Oh, I didn't know dodo birds can't fly.
That is Lucky Charms! Yeah!
Well, they got me Lucky Charms, and me dodo bird came down with such a nice beak. We named this mountain after him, Big Thud.
Lucky Charms!
They're magically delicious.
Our cast included Christopher Tabori, Robert Dryden, Ian Martin, Bill Griffiths, and Paul Tripp. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. This is Tom Bosley inviting you to return to the General Mills Radio Adventure Theater for another exciting tale you can hear through the magic of radio. The General Mills Radio Adventure Theater is recommended by NEA, the National Education Association.
You have been listening to the Radio Theater Channel Weekly Download. Check out our continuous stream at www.otrlisten.com. And join us next week for another Radio Theater Channel Weekly Download.